The ages of civilization are named after materials. First, there was the Stone Age, in which our ancestors used the rocks and stones around them to make cutting implements, to make clothes and food and shelter. And then they learned how to use rocks to make fire. So they bang the rocks together like this. Actually, there's an easier way. Let me show you. This was a big moment. Now, once they learned how to make fire, well, things started to get interesting, because not only could they use fire to cook, but they could use fire to transform rocks. And the first one they used was this stuff called malachite. And they learned how to transform this into copper. And that was the beginning of the Metal Ages, the Copper Age. Now, copper is fundamentally different from stone in the way it behaves. So our ancestors learned that you could make metal tools from copper, and that they could be sharpened and resharpened. They'd be used and used again, unlike stone tools. And that made it ideal for creating new things. So the architecture of the pyramids and ancient civilizations was built using copper tools. After our ancestors learned how to make copper, they also learned how to make other metals like tin. And then they found something very interesting, that when you mix tin and copper together, you get a mixture, an alloy, that's stronger than both. And that's called bronze. This stuff. There's a whole age of civilization named after this, because it really kicks off an enormous amount of engineering and growth of the cities and agriculture. Our ancestors were always looking for new alloys, and those who could make them were highly revered. And the next big material to come along was iron. And the Iron Age started with the Romans and the Chinese building huge empires. But there was a problem. Not all types of iron were the same. Sometimes they were brittle and weak, and sometimes it was ultra strong and ultra tough. And that special type of iron had a special name, and it was called steel. And although steel was, and still is, our most important material for making tools, it wasn't until the 19th century that we really understood the fundamental differences between iron and steel.